Not Just a Princess is a really exciting space that you've moved into in the last, 2 years, is it?
Well, officially just a year today, in fact.
Really? Happy birthday.
Yeah, a year from our official launch, although I would say probably the idea's been around for a couple of years, and we did a soft launch probably about a year and a half ago, but our official launch event was exactly a year ago today, 15th.
Amazing. Oh, fantastic. So for anyone that hasn't heard about Not Just a Princess, what's the concept? What's the idea?
What is it? So it is a method to change the balance of what young girls see in society. Simply, where it came about was I have a daughter, and we got bought a lot of things that were very pink and very fairy and princess based, and I quite like that. I'm not ashamed to say I like a bit of pink too. I'm not against that. But it had me wondering why the merchandise for youngsters, I then looked at clothing, the psychology element to that, but why the merchandise initially wasn't more diverse in terms of what was showed to them. It's very princess and fairy based. You get the occasional mermaid or unicorn, which don't even exist, and yet you look at boys' stuff and you've got spacemen and you've got sports people. And so I realised that in my job in the L&D world, I see loads of really accomplished women doing lots of different things, and yet my daughter doesn't see that, or in the things that she's bought in society, nursery, her friends and so on. And then I started looking at clothing and realised that actually there's quite a deep psychological issue going on there as far as I'm concerned, in that clothing, when you look at the wording on clothing for girls and boys, it's really quite different. It's changing, and people will know, they will see lots of news articles about this. But you get a lot of wording on little girls, babies and kids, little girls' clothes that say things like perfect or sweet. It's very looks oriented, and it's very passive a lot of the time. Things like smile, it says. And whereas you then look at the boys' clothes, and these are often labelled girls and boys.
Yeah.
The boys' clothes say things like awesome, or boys will be boys, or cool, like daddy. And when you think of the psychology of what we're really saying to girls and boys there, I just question why we're even saying something different, first of all. But when you look at then the what you see in, and I've seen this, I'm sure you have, Catherine, in terms of female leaders, their confidence levels are different. There's the famous study at I think it was Microsoft, about applying for jobs and how many elements of a job that women will need to feel that they match before they'll apply versus men. Men, it's about 60%. Women, it's 100%. They'll only apply if they feel they can do everything. And you think there's got to be a link there. Girls are learning stuff about their own psyches from clothing, from the toy industry, from the advertising industry. So that's the background to it. What I've created is a business where we source and share lots of women's career stories. So we have a series, I think we've got about 30 odd on there now, of women sharing what they do and how they got into it. And we've picked careers that are typically male dominated. So firefighters, women in construction, coders, scientists, all that kind of thing. We've got an army officer on there, we've got a pilot, so all of those kind of things to say, look, women are doing this and here they are. And we've also launched a line of organic clothes, t-shirts specifically, that say little princess. Princess is crossed out, and we have a variety of different careers, so you can inspire your kids to do something perhaps a little different. So we've got coder, we've got scientist, we have pilot, engineer, yeah.
That's my niece.
Yeah. Engineer. I should remember the others, they're sitting around me currently. We've got architects, and we are looking to also collaborate. We've just heard that Taylor Wimpey are very keen to do a little builder one with us, so they're going to hopefully sponsor that. So coming soon, don't know if it'll be before Christmas, but we're working on it.